Hello everyone and welcome back to another Fortnite video. Today I will be showing you around my very own Battle Royale map called Pyramid Valley, and this is the main attraction. This is the first location I built, so I called it after it. Now today I'll just be checking out this map, showing you around. So this is just to let you know like what everything is before this week's video is going to be released. And it's going to be me playing on this map against a few other people, and hopefully going to win. But yeah, we'll fight to the death. Now, like a normal Battle Royale map, you'll come down, get some loot. Already got pretty good loot. RPG. Now, flight mode will not be on when the game is. This is just for me showing around. So first we'll start off with Pyramid Valley. Well, before we start with that, chests and item spawners are all randomised, and the way that I did that was the chests, you just place them, and they sometimes spawn a silver chest or a rare chest, and these I'll show you later because I'm going to show you what the spawners look like and how I've worked them. Now whenever you enter a location, I'll have to leave this in entry again, it will say on the right of the screen entered, and then that location or landmark, because there's landmarks as well. Now the storm will close like in normal Fortnite, and circle will get smaller and smaller, pushing everyone into a smaller area. And yeah, so with Pyramid Valley there's this thing, which this thing is actually in many locations. As you can see, it's here. And it is all around Boy Base, because this is like the slurp, like kind of factory, I guess. Because we'll explore Boy Base now, and then we'll go back to Pyramid Valley. Boy Base has slurp cans to get you full, as well as this thing to sit in from Slurpy Swamp, and also a little warehouse thing from Dusty Depot. It's also got a few buildings like this one. There's this one, which is covered in ammo boxes and these things. Now just before we go to Pyramid Valley, each location has its own vehicle, besides from Sky Sanctuary, since it's in the sky and yeah, it wouldn't really work. Boy Base's vehicle is the golf cart, or the ATK. Pyramid Valley's vehicle is the quad crusher. And also there's vending machines in each corner of the map, so you can purchase meds and consumables. So this vending machine has medkit, shield, potion, and Porter Fortress. Let's move to a new landmark called Cave Camp. Now this is Cave Camp. It's got this little camp building here where people would stay. It's got two little caves, one right here, and then there's one under here. And in this cave in particular there's the slurp thing, and then there's the rift. The way that I made the rifts work is I put a rift portal here, and then I put a little volcano vent which makes you glide. Now let's move on to Sky Sanctuary. Now the way you'd normally enter Sky Sanctuary would be to go on one of these things, which will shoot you up into the sky. Now the way you'd get down would be to go on a bumper like this one, because fall damage is on. Or instead of using one of these bumpers, you could use this bumper. Or the launch pad at the top. Now I did this cool thing with the launch pads. Just put this like thing from like the set that this Sky Sanctuary comes from. It looks pretty cool, and you can just walk on them now instead of jumping. The next location we'll check out is Wacky Warehouse. Now, if you've noticed the references in some of these names, Sky Sanctuary is from Sonic and Knuckles, and it's a stage there. Boy Base is from Super Mario Galaxy in Boy Base Galaxy. And Wacky Warehouse, I got the name from Wacky Workbench from Sonic CD. Lots of Sonic references. The vehicle here is a drift board. And what I did here was I got the Junk Junction, like little building here, and one of the prefabs of, what's it called, Frosty Flights, and I recreated it using the same building assets as these. I used the same solar panels, same layout, pretty much the same. I changed a few things, like this room can lead into the Junk Junction room, and yeah, that's just like normal Junk Junction. Now in these vending machines there is a rift to go, a shockwave grenade and a grappler, and I already have one because it can spawn in the spawners. Now let's make our way over to this landmark right here. This is the science laboratory. Now there's a location called Science Station, which is luckily still in the zone, which is similar to this except it's more open instead of just being a building. You can actually teleport to Science Station from here. If you go through this tube, you'll teleport right to it. Entered Science Station. Science Station's vehicles are the ballers, so if you want one, come here. And it's pretty flat, as you can see, and the teleporter goes through here. And then finally, to wrap up Science Station, there is a vending machine. There's a small fry, a mini shield, and a chug splash. And a silver chest spawned here. Oh, lucky. And it's Tiny Temple. This temple is kind of tiny, but it's based off Sunny Steps from the Chapter 1 map from Season 8. Now this place has the final vending machine, Slurp Juice, Slurp Fish and Chug Jug. And it's got, keep spinning my ankle, it's got, each location has ammo boxes, like ammo boxes are everywhere. So I didn't put infinite ammo on because stuff like C4 and like just like meds and shields, you could just infinitely have. Hey, that's pretty rare. A rift to go in a spawner. Anyway, before we get consumed by the storm, there's this. Now this shoots you up into the sky, into geysers so that you can glide. I'm just going to do a zoom out of the map, just for you. This is what it looks. Oh yeah, that's one thing I didn't say. There is a barrier above the map, as you can see. This is the barrier. It's there. It's invisible. It will kill you or eliminate you if you go any higher. I just did it again. Now the reason why I did that is because the ballers can grapple onto the wall. So as you can see, the ballers can grapple onto the wall, so you could go to max height, and just so that if anyone does, they don't know that the barrier will be here. So they'll probably like go up. And don't worry, rift goes are fine. They are just under it. They're about here. So yeah. So one thing I haven't said is that you've got 10 lives. You will spawn in this little place here, and you have to like try and battle the other people until you lose all 10 lives. Once your lives are up, you're fully eliminated and you have to spectate. When you spawn, you will be in the storm, because this is where it is, and it's in the storm now. And you get 20 seconds of spawn immunity. So like I was saying before, I was going to show you everything in creative mode this time. Now these blue boxes is what detects when you enter the location. Enter Tiny Temple. That's where there's the trigger. Now, obviously there's one on each landmark and location, so in creative it looks a bit messy. So this here is the spawner, and how I managed to randomize it was of each weapon, so from legendary all the way down to grey. So I would have put one of each gun that's in the game at the moment, as well as a few extras like the heavy shotgun, in the spawner, so one of each legendary that's in the game. Then I've put two of each purple that's in the game at the moment. And then I'll do 3 blues, 4 greens, and 5 greys. This makes the greys more common as they're supposed to be, and the legendaries more rare. Now it's simple with the chest, because all you do is just go to the devices prefab, get the chest, throw it down. In fact, you can see my memory above. I'm kind of running out. It's a big map, this. So anyway, you get the chest, then you just place it, and as you can see it randomizes if you want it to be silver or not. And the same with the ammo boxes. Oh, and another thing with the vehicles is that they spawn every 2 minutes, so that you can't just like break it and then go back. You know, like in the actual game of Fortnite, they won't respawn. Alright, last but not least, what I'm going to talk about is the storm. This is the storm. It basically is just at 500 meters around the circle, and you can actually see the red line here is the storm. And it will just close at a random radius and just close and get smaller, and you can set the time that it takes. One last thing I want to say is these were made entirely myself. If you go under here, is the mountain that it was before. Also a few bits that aren't supposed to be here. I accidentally destroyed a piece. To get it perfect, you want to have grid snap 1 and then put it in. Okay, I finally got the wall fixed. So yeah, this is the map. Hope you enjoyed this little tour, and if you want to check out the video of me playing this when I release it, it will be on the end screen, but for now it's not going to be until it gets released. Okay, my footage got corrupted before, I don't know why, so I'm going to redo that scene that it destroyed. So down here, underneath, next to science station, there's a little area called the Piano Plateaus. Now, the reason why it's called that is because it has a little piano here. I guess it's not little, but still. And yeah, it extends all the way down here. And this is like the edge of it. So like the barrier goes here. And yeah, it's a little hidden area which is kind of hard to spot because it's covered up by trees and it's just a bit hidden. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, then leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more of this type of content. And just a reminder, I will be playing this map with a bunch of people later on this week, so stay tuned for that. I'm Shadow SMM, and I'll see you in a bit.